welcome back. We're here to cover the karmic third party, and yes, I am your host here. Also, our disclaimers are all directly below should you need them, all about what we do and don't do here on YouTube. Separately, please make sure that you're in a good vibe prior to watching any of these updates. None of us know, whichever channel we go to, what's going to be in it. So we really want to support ourselves moving through this. If you do need added support, we do have bookings as well as we do have better help online on YouTube. Not that I'm affiliated, but there is that there. Now, we are going to take a look at the karmic third party energy this week, and it already does look pretty interesting. And it's almost like this person feels that they're having to do something a second time around. The way in which they're handling time also is becoming deeply conflicting for them. Some of them are not managing their own obligations. It can be that the depression has got them pretty heavy, and they're feeling as though time's got away from them, that they've been doing something in a repetitious cycle to the point it's really breaking them down. Now, that vibe also, to a degree, is making them feel like they are running out of time, like they're not managing their things, that they're not able to achieve the things that they're wanting to do, and they're finding it very difficult. I feel like a lot of them are living in the past. Now, for some of them, the past is coming back to haunt them. For some of them, it's almost like they're in two worlds. Now, where they should be at times in the 3D, getting their things done, progressing their life forward. Not necessarily is this a positive daydream. I feel for some, they're very much in the ethers where they'd like to be, the nicer version of their life, how they perceive things. And some of those things accidentally can be very delusional. Some of them could be quite imaginative, regardless of what they are, they're personal to the individual. But there's some weeping, there's some feelings like, the dream state is a nicer place to be than in the 3D. Even in their heart space, they're struggling with this element at this point in time. And, they know that there's some patterns, some habits that they really needed to break out of, and they haven't actually been able to. And it's almost like they know what they would say to their friends, they know what they would say to other people, and they've been saying it to themselves for a very long time. And they've kind of been pondering over this. And this is almost that self-critique of the heart, self-critique of the attitude and the mind. And they know that they have actually learnt the lesson because they're in that self-awareness of what the things are it's almost like they're saying to themselves, I should practice what I preach. You know what you should be doing. So these personal conversations that they're having with themselves, it's very, very aware. So they do know that what they're doing, they should not be doing. There's also something that they feel they knew at the time when they were doing it, it was not going to work. It was not going to be positive. It would have an adverse outcome in the long run. And it's a bit like, I'm trying to find a metaphor. It's like paying the ferryman, or making a deal with the devil. This is the best way to describe it. And it's like the little bird on your shoulder saying, you shouldn't be doing that. That's, you're going to pay for that later. Thus the reference of the ferryman. So this is something this person, and I'll say it again, they are acutely aware. They may not be saying anything. They're scared it's coming out. But whatever this is, they are acutely aware that they should not have been doing it. Now, so the throat chakra keeps going. In the context of this entanglement, there is an unhappiness. For some, it is that they have broken down within this connection, that it is over. They are still pondering and trying to bring it back. For some, this could be a very, very old connection with the karmic, where the karmic is pondering these things, and their vibration and energy is coming up maybe from a point of view for resolve, for dissolving, for allowing this to go. And sometimes in order for that to happen, those feelings have to resurface. So for some, this could be a karmic That was way further back in the chapter where they're really reviewing these cycles. Now, they did feel this person, again, they keep referencing the person is conscious. It could be that a lie is going to be told and they're going to try and manipulate the situation. But there is this cognitive, I feel that the person that is going to either be dealing with them in some shape or form is going to see through the lie. It's almost like the slip of the tongue will come out. They're trying to keep it in, but something in the way that they're behaving, communicating, it's almost like it is a slip, so it is coming out. And they are sort of incriminating themselves in some shape or form, even though they might be. I'm being given a visual of a dustpan, and they're trying to sweep the crumbs up, the things that they left behind. But what's there is there, and it's sort of like can't be hidden, you know, it's something that can't be removed, so it is something that's quite visual. It's something that it's almost, I don't know why they're saying this. It's like they're going to have to cop it slow. For some of them, if they have been living with this lie, with this story, with this feeling, especially if they went into this connection with very ill intention, knowing potentially that this person was really having some emotions for another individual and still going in my angel's fair to tread, I feel that they're kind of living with that. So it's like they're never really present. They always feel there's this third wheel in the dynamic, even though they're trying to be the main character. They feel as though there is a third wheel. So it's like they're living in this connection on borrowed time. But for some, I'm definitely getting a vibe that this is over. I do feel for some there had been conflict. This would have been over the last 3 weeks they're referencing. They're showing me a vision of sort of like stalking via telephone or social media. So the first vision they showed me was a person on the laptop or telephone searching out people on social media, making fake profiles and attempting to communicate. Now, this could be with either party here, feminine or masculine. So I don't think it matters in the context, but they are in general surrounding both parties, spying and searching in on these individuals. So, you know, be aware of that. The other thing they're showing me is a friend directly could be crossing them. They also could be trying to get back in touch with people that maybe had contact to you or the other person. Some are actually listening to a message that was left for them on the telephone, and whatever was relayed to them, they're not happy with what they're hearing. They're in this disbelief and they just keep replaying it over in their head. For some, it is physically that they are hemodialing. Others, it's like they're listening to the audio track over and over again or directly playing it in their mind. You know, this person's like, no, I can fix this. For some, it's almost like they have empathy for the other individual because it's like they're having this karmic cycle come full cycle and they're sort of seeing the perspective of other individuals involved in the circumstance that, you know, by their own hand with their choices, they entangled themselves in this situation. They kind of do feel they can resurrect this and make it better. Again, I'm hearing the term friend request and, you know, wanting to make amends, but on the other side of it, they know it's a huge falsity, that it's not something that they want, that they don't want to be friends, that with the connection, they want more. For some, it is that they do want revenge, but there is this procrastination, there is this codependency also that is being referenced, and they do feel they're running out of time. We do have the clock on the crowning energy. And Saturn, the Lord of Time, is here and it's in reverse, showing that they're running out of time, showing that they're not managing their time. And even within the outcome card, you know, it's almost like a clock. It looks like a clock on the cycle of life. We have on the card prior to the outcome, we have, it almost looks like above the cat's head. You know, it's an 8 card. The 8 energy in astrology is all about the frequency of how we share with another, other people's resources. Sometimes it can show codependency, but it's sort of supposed to be where you go from one stage to another and you're very interconnected. You're sharing resources. again, there's something that is they were working on borrowed time, and so they're having clarity. They may be in hermit mode and hiding this factor from themselves, but it does feel that they're going to have to pay the ferryman. And I feel this is the energy of the outcome card. It's almost like this person would love to just, sit and bask in the energy of the green, which, green can be heart chakra and be abundance. But it's almost like in order to have that, they're going to have to now pay the ferryman. It's like if you're wanting those things, you're going to have to pay the ferryman. It just feels very messy for this individual this week. We will check in with it next week, so don't forget to come back and take a look. Separately, all our links are directly below. We do have the Sage in a Circle join list if you do want to get onto the second round offers. They should be coming out soon. And yes, we do have exclusive super chats via our public page. Separately, we do have the invite only that is connected to the actual network for the members. So we do have two. We've got public and we've got the members. So that's an exclusive one for them. And again, if you do need bookings, they are all directly below. We will see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell, and you will be updated of any content we have coming.